A sinner is a saint who just never gave up. That's a clever statement, and I think I heard it in a book that I was recently reading called The Essence of Self-Realization by an incredible spiritual guru named, last name Yogananda. An incredibly wise book. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend you pick up that book. So when you think about that, right, none of us are perfect, right? So the message here is never give up. Never give up, okay? Always strive to be a better person, to sin less, because a saint was a sinner that just never gave up and perfected their humanness, right? Or got to as close to perfection as they could. Another powerful statement in that same book was that spiritual ignorance is the worst of all sins, for it is what makes all other sins possible. And if you really think about that, there's so much truth in that, right? Because if you're spiritually ignorant, okay, you're very closed off and you're not educating your mind and your heart of things of the spirit, then you're spiritually ignorant, right? And if you're completely spiritually ignorant and shut out all of your divine nature, your true self, then of course there's gonna be a lot more sin and a lot more bad things that you do or others do because of their spiritual ignorance. So I think the message there is try to open your mind and open your heart to your true nature, your true self that you could be denying, okay? Your true nature, your true self is the divine. You are a child of God, whether you've completely realized that or not, but it's deeper than that. You're not just a child of God, you're a piece of God. We're all connected as one, every one of us. And I say this in my other videos too. So to be less spiritual ignorant, you have to educate yourself. Start with things like the Bible, going to church, listening to sermons. It could be books in the Buddhist faith. It could be books on mindfulness. There's lots of ways to get there. There's lots of paths to God. There's lots of paths to God. There's not just one, okay? There's lots of ways to open yourself up spiritually. One of the biggest things for me personally that did it was a book by Eckhart Tolle called A New Earth. An incredible book, powerful book. And it was one of the main reasons that I started to have a spiritual awakening. And may have been the linchpin for me that really opened my heart and made me feel awakened and connected to everyone and everything.